Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Michelle.
And I'm Dr. Lisa. We're the naturopathic doctors here at the Poppy Clinic in Oakville, Ontario. We are here to talk to you today about eating organic.
Very important topic, Lisa.
Yeah, something that comes up a lot. There's some, probably still a lot of confusion around it, whether it's worth it or not. So hopefully we're going to provide you with some answers today. So first of all, is eating organic worth the hype? I would say yes.
I would agree. But you probably expected that answer from us?
Yes, that was probably a predictable answer. But yes, we do both think that eating organic is worth the hype for many different reasons, which we're kind of going to go through. But, just the unknown about what pesticides and herbicides are being put on our food and what it's doing to our bodies is enough for me to want to take charge of that, as part of my healthcare plan and choose organic when possible for myself. Awesome. And my family, of course.
Yeah. So why eat organic? Really, ultimately, we are choosing to eat organic to help reduce that toxic burden on our body. We live in a more toxic environment than our ancestors did. And so there's this bioaccumulation in our body that's really affecting our hormonal health, our immune function, our ability to sleep and digest appropriately. And so choosing foods that are organic can really help support reducing our toxic load and helping our bodies thrive and perform the way it was naturally designed to.
Yeah. And one of the things that is, there is kind of a lot of unknown around it is because we don't have any long-term studies that are really looking at the risk of the accumulative effect of all of these pesticides in our body. There are single studies done on single pesticides, and so we know some of the risks, and you'll see some of them will come on and off the market because of that. But, over the last 50 years, just the pesticides and herbicides that we've been using have changed, and we don't really know what effect that's having on our bodies. So again, for just being in charge of your own health and reducing any burden, where you can, choosing organic is a really great step for, like Dr. Michelle said, helping you thrive.
Mm-hmm. So a great way of learning about how to start choosing your organic foods and produce is looking at the Environmental Working Group, EWG.org. They have these wonderful lists called the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15. Mm-hmm. The Dirty Dozen are the 12 most heavily sprayed foods and therefore should be avoided. And then the Clean 15 are the foods that we find are the 15 that have the least sprayed and the most safe to consume. If you can't buy everything organic, those are great ones to select to be non-organic and to be a safer, cleaner food. Mm-hmm. Another great rule of thumb is that if you pick foods that have a hard shell, avocados, bananas, melons, those don't necessarily need to be bought organic because you're not consuming the part that's most heavily sprayed. So those are super helpful ways of navigating through a really complicated topic that can really overwhelm some people, and therefore they just analysis by paralysis, don't do anything. These are very simple ways that you can start increasing your organic produce in your home without overwhelming yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Really great tips. And just like anything else with health, baby steps, little steps. You don't have to all of a sudden throw out all the food in your house and then feel like you're not sure what you're going to buy. Look at something like Dr. Michelle said, the Environmental Working Group, and pick one or two things off that list that, is available to you to start switching out as organic produce. A question that we get, or a topic of conversation that we hear from people is that eating organic is more expensive. So, is it affordable for everyone? And actually just kind of bringing it back to that Clean 15 and Dirty Dozen list is a great way to minimize some of the costs around buying organic. Because then you can, have an idea of which ones you should always buy organic and which ones that you don't necessarily have to, and that will help with the affordability. But another really great thing to remember is that we vote with our dollar. So every time we're spending money on organic produce or food, we are voting with our dollar, and then in the end that will make it more affordable for us, because we're saying, hey, this is what we want, this is what we want to eat, and the grocers and everything will have to start listening to that.
Mm-hmm. The organic farms have gotten bigger as a result, right? Making those costs come down quite a bit since when we first started buying organic, right? It's a lot easier to find organic produce, and it's becoming far more affordable. So
yeah,
I think that's a great way. We vote with our dollar.
Yep.
They're going to follow suit, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so a great rule of thumb that we first implemented when we first started, bringing more organic produce into our home was whatever we ate the most of, we chose those things to be organic, because that's what our body was getting most exposed to on a daily basis. So if we could figure out a way to make that organic first, then we could let the other things go because we weren't eating them as often. So I felt that was a really helpful way that we were able to bring more organic produce into our home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really great tip. Another thing that we always say to our patients is that if you do consume animal products, meat, dairy, that type of thing, please always make sure that it's organic. Not only, are you consuming what they're consuming, so if they've been eating any grain or anything else that had pesticides on it, that's going to be in the meat and the dairy products that you're eating. But also there's a lot of issues with hormones. A lot of the big factory farms, they use a lot of hormones in their farming practices, and that is actually absorbed into our bodies and interrupting our own hormonal pathways. So it's a really important point, because hormonal health, that's another topic we'll cover, but it's becoming huge. And because we have so many different things like this that are disrupting our own hormonal pathways. So again, if we can choose to reduce that burden by picking cleaner forms of food and animal products, then that's a huge burden off of your body.
Mm-hmm. To learn more about what we've been talking about, why to go organic and where to look and resources for you, we've actually posted an article, a blog post on the website. So go to poppyclinic.com and to learn more there, and to learn more about what naturopathic medicine does, who we are and what we're about at the clinic. We are an integrative healthcare clinic with amazing practitioners that work collaboratively to support the optimizing of your health and the health of your family. So if there's anything we can do for you, we are here to help. Have a wonderful day.
All right.